So, Bismillah ar-Rahman, in continuation of our previous topics about parentals. So today we will discuss about parental industrial formulation, how they are prepared, how they are manufactured in an industrial on larger scale. On a larger scale or commercial purposes, how the parental preparations are prepared. So we can say that it's methods, it's procedures. First, there's cleaning. Second, preparation of bulk products. Third is filtration. Fourth, filling of solution in our product in ampule or vial accordingly. Their sealing has to be done. Then they go for sterilization. Then after sterilization, the quality testing has to be done. Test for quality control. The 7 steps of parental formulation has to be seen over there, has to be done. Again, I can repeat: cleaning. First, cleaning, preparation of bulk products, filtration, filling of solution in our product in ampules, whatever the dosage form is there. 5 is sealing to this because they're well sealed, so no organism can grow inside that vials or ampules. Then they go for sterilization, free from microorganism. Then after that, they go for test for quality control. So, in this preparation is that there are 2 types of preparations. One is thermostable, second thermolabile. Now, how the preparation of thermostable is? First, they go for filtration, then serve into the final containers, then they seal. Then there is a terminal sterilization by autoclave. And thermostable, in the last, terminal sterilization by autoclave has to be done. What thermolabile? Filtration for sterilization. They don't go for sterilization of heat or moist heat, whatever it is. They go for sterilization by filtration, subdivided into the final container and then sealed. In both, the method of sterilization is different. In thermostable, it has to be done by autoclave, and in thermolabile, as I've told you in your previous class, they go for various size of filtration has to be done. Then in this preparation, how they have to done? Formulation, all the ingredient has to be set in that one. They have added water, then it has to be filtered. Then they go to the stirred tank. You can see the stirred tank. After that, they go for filling line, bottles or stopper, whatever they fill in bottles. Then the stopper has to be done. Then the final product has to be go out for further filtration, whatever the process has to be done. The production of parenteral solution is that issues considered for routine production. What they do? Manufacturing environment should be controlled. Procedure in place to minimize the pre-sterilization pyrogen, minimize pre-sterilization pyrogens. Time between filling and sterilization should be specified, so during that, no other thing has to be added in that formulation. Integrity of containers closure system should be periodically verified. Periodic leak testing of chamber, if vacuum is part of cycle, has to be done. Then production apprentice further is a differentiation between sterilized and not yet sterilized product. They have to be right status of these things, which are going to be sterilized, which are not to be. They are in a pipeline to be sterilized. Physical separation, double-ended autoclave has been done. Labeling and use of visual indicators. Example, autoclave tape has to be placed over there because I told you that tape has to confirm that about the sterilization has to be completed. Periodic testing of containers. Periodic testing of containers to verify integrity of containers, closure systems. Quality of steam should be defined and periodically tested for containment. These are SOPs has to be written. Whatever type of preparation formulation has to be done. Each cycle must be monitored. Its temperature, time, and pressure recorded. Temperature recorder independent from cycle controllers. Second independent temperature recorders. Drain temperature should be recorded. chemical and biological indicator if applicable. They have so these all things has to be done, has to be written over there when they're going to record the temperature monitor. The sterilization cycle records should form part of batch records. So when you go to an industry, you see that how they are going to produce, the production has to be done, how they are sterilize these injectables. Method of monitoring particulate matters. Now consider two methods, light obscuration and microscopic method, because there are chances of particulate matter during their formulation. So it has to be checked. The product must be free from any particulate matters. Second, visual method or filtration method. By that, they have to remove that particulate matter in that product. For the determination of particle matter, two procedures. Method 1, light obscuration particle count test, and method 2, microscopic particle count test are specified hereinafter when examining injections and parenterals infusions for sub-visible particles. Method 1 is preferably applied. However, it may be necessary to test some preparations by the light obscuration particle count test followed by the microscopic particles count test to reach a conclusion on conformance of to the requirement. So they must be free from there are they allow up to certain limits of the particulate matter also, because when they're going to seal with heat, there are chances a carbon has to be can get in that impure. So that is a particulate matter. So British Pharmacopoeia states small volume parents, no particulate matter. Large volume parenterals, 100 ml, for 100 ml, they may contain 5 micrometers. 50 ml, they may contain 10 micrometers of that particle size. Dry powders, there no particulate matter may be found in that. US Pharmacopoeia states 6,000 less than 6 at 10 micrometers. Then 600 less than 25 micrometers per container they can allow. Large volume 25 ml or more, 10 micrometers. Then 3 ml, 25 micrometers. And for powder, none. European Pharmacopoeia states this 6,000 less than 6,000 at 10 micrometers, 600 up to 25 micrometers per container they can allow. For large volume, for 25 ml, less than is that 10 micrometers, and less than 3 ml, 25 micrometers. For dry powder, they may allow 10,000 at 10 micrometers, 1,000 and 25 micrometers, and per con. These are the particulate matter can be allowed if they are inert materials. Packing of parenterals. The single dose container, as I told you, then multiple dose containers. You can see these packaging materials as glass ampoules. So nowadays are used. Rubber stopped vials which have rubber stops are used. Glass and plastic bottles are used nowadays as a container for injectables. For glass and plastic syringes are nowadays used. Then pre-filled syringes. There are various types of containers which are used for filling of the injectables. These are the packaging materials. Then packaging of parenterals, how they are, you can say single dose containers, they are single, how they are packaged, ampoules and glass with filled with rubber containers, simple. You can see these all type of these are all are single dose containers. Once they use, then they has to be discarded. Parenterals, then what they do? Hermetic, sealed by heat fusion in certain ampoules are sealed by hermetic seal, sealed from the tip of the mouth over there. It could be ampoule or vials. The type of glass or plastic used is indicated in the individual's monograph of the preparation. You can see this, how these are types of various pre-filled injections as syringes are available over there. The multiple dose container. You can say that how they are sealed, multiple dose container. They are of such type that how they are useful. They have solvent is there and the drug is there. These are all are well closed containers. They have to apply. And the over that green is this is a safety seal. Over that green color is that it is a safety seal over there. So before going to insert a device or syringe, the safety has to be removed. Otherwise, there can be growth over that cover, and the drug can be deteriorated with the introduction of that microorganism over there. And type of packaging, glass, plastic, rubbers are applied over this. Clarity test. Test the presence of visible particles, 50 micrometers in the injection. Injections are tested visually by human inspection under good light against white and black ground. So they have to use for for black particles, they use white background, and for white they use black. That screen over there, they have to check the clarity test. Labeling. Name of product, there must be the name of the product, quantity of the product, percentage of drug or amount of drug in specified volume of amount of drug and volume of liquid to be added. It has to be the name and quantity of all added substances, full formulation over there. Manufacturing license, route of administration, how intramuscular, intravenous, whatever it has to be applied. How to store, storage condition, temperature, at which temperature these product has to be stored. Batch number has to be written over there. Manufacturers and distributor, by whom it is firm, the company, it has to be written over there. Manufacturing and expiry date must be written. Stability date, manufacturing and expiry date should be written over. Retail price, include all taxes, has to be written. If it is a veterinary product, they have to write for veterinary use. If a human, no, the human confirm. If it's a veterinary product, they must write it for veterinary use only. Personal cleaning and during production, the staff, the SOP for the staff who are going to manufacture or formulate. 1. Hand washing. Wash hands, nails, arms up to the elbow with soap and water. Wash for at least 15 seconds, single alphabet song. Use a disposable scrub brush to clean nails and between fingers. Dry hands with non-shedding towel. Turn off faucet with towel or use foot paddles. So it has to be first the person who is going to work in that area, he has to hand washing, it has to be done according to that. आवाज आ रही है आपको?
यस सर।
हाँ, बीच में लाइन चली गई थी, अभी दोबारा इस पे वो स्क्रीन नहीं आ गई। स्क्रीन आपको, कैन यू सी द स्क्रीन?
जी सर।
May I continue? Huh? So now after washing hands, put on non-shedding uniform components in this order. See that the dress which has to be, they are worn by the staff. Knee-length coats or coveralls, hair covers, shoe covers, protective gloves, face masks when in hood. This has to be, ये आपकी ड्रेस है, during that he has to wear जब इंजेक्टेबल में काम करेंगे। इस तरह की ड्रेस पहन के आप यहाँ लैब कोट नहीं पहनते, but the whole day the person has to wear this dress. Then hair covers must cover all hairs. Beard and long sideburns requires use of beard covers. So जिनकी दाढ़ी है वो beard cover भी पहनेंगे. Gloves, powder free, clean, new gloves with 70% isopropyl alcohol before use. Avoid touching non-sterile surfaces. Intermittently sanitize gloves with 70% isopropyl alcohol. So they have to clean, they have to sanitize the isopropyl alcohol. Every time you leave the buffer area, you must remove and discard your hair covers, gloves, falls. So whenever you first enter, you go out from that area, they have to discard these hair covers, gloves, and face masks. Next time again, you have to wear the new one. Must remove lab coats when leaving buffer area. When going out, you have to remove that lab coat also. May hang coat inside out. Must discard coat at the end of each shift. So next thing, you have to wear the new coat. First, face mask must be worn while in hood. Whenever you work inside the area, have to wear the face mask. Must be worn while in hood. Minimizes airborne contaminants while talking, sneezing and coughing. कम से कम बात करनी है. Airborne, there can be talking, sneezing if possible. Must cover mouth and nose completely. Compounding responsibilities of compounding personals. What they do? What manipulate sterile products aseptically. Handle these products aseptically. Ensure products are accurately identified, measured, diluted, mixed. Maintain appropriate cleanliness conditions also. Ensure products are correctly purified, sterilized, packaged, sealed, labeled, stored, dispensed, and distributed. Classifying particle matter, how much in a room, limits, kitna ho diya usko ISO class 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 particle count, this can be possible, given up to that. This is how they are performing in a injectable area, parental area. Now, total parental nutrition. TPN stands for total parental nutrition. This is a complete form of nutrition containing protein, sugar, fat, and added vitamins and minerals as needed for each individual. So these are TPN are given the person who cannot be fed. When he cannot be take feed by mouth. So mostly when there is a cancer patients, when they could not eat by mouth, then they are on the total parental nutrition. Then peripheral parental nutrition, PPN. Both the TPN and the PPN are provided by IV. Total parental nutrition means total nutrition which is provided when the patient does not receive any other form of nutrition. When the patient is on total parental nutrition, he relies on it, comes to that is TPN. Peripheral parental nutrition or PPN is only partial. This means that the patient may be getting nutrition from other source along with the PPN. So that is PPN and TPN. Difference between TPN and PPN. Total parental nutrition is total nutrition, which is provided when the patient does not receive any other form of nutrition. Parental nutrition is only partial, which means that the patient may be getting nutrition from other sources. Second, TPN comes in a higher concentration and can be administered through larger veins. PPN comes in a lesser concentration and can be delivered using a peripheral vein. When compared to TPN and PPN is not a preferred nutrition supplement for a long time. TPN comes in a higher concentration of component when compared to PPN. So this is the last disposable syringe.